This is Caesar again. This is kind of a second part of a video I made about why people are quitting the tech industry and my point of view. I actually watched this video and he gives good points about it. First read, but I could actually click on it and watch it, but I could just let you watch it yourself. What happened is that one of the reasons this he's saying outsourcing, and I agree with that. I mean, actually, when I was a workers' compensation investigator, I actually did some work my spare time, and actually, because I didn't have time to do programming, and didn't know much about that C++ programming at the time. I actually hired some people from India and they did an amazing job. I still have a contact with them. Yes, outsourcing is a major reason for a lot of job losses in the United States. I mean, because it's less expensive to have somebody from a third world country or from other countries where the labor is less expensive. So yes, it will happen, and it does happen. So that's a major reason for layoffs, layoffs. And also now that it is coming up with the artificial intelligence, things can be done with less people. So yes, there will be job losses for that. And also after the COVID, I mean, when the COVID happened, a lot of people had to work from home, and companies were doing really well, especially the ones that did like sell online, like Amazon, things like that. They make huge amounts of money because they were sending everything, by mail, things like that. And the brick and mortar company, I mean, stores, a lot of them had to close because of the COVID. Bars, stores, a lot of COVID had a major impact in the employment industry and employment. So yes, very important. I mean, there are other reasons. Myself, as I said before, I love the technology field. There's always something new, something different, something better. Quite a bit of time is better. Um, Especially in software. Hardware also is improving. I actually watched a video about some things in the hardware that are actually not as good as before. Like I don't think that is a good idea to have a battery that is fixed to the cellular. And if the battery is dead, you basically lose the use of your cellular phone. You have to have somebody actually unsolder and put another one. So it's kind of a pain. Or that they are removing some of the connectors from new laptops to make it thinner. I don't see the need for making so thin if that's going to increase the price. I mean, it does make it a little bit more manageable, less weight, things like that. But I mean, there's no need to exaggerate. I rather have my Ethernet connector. I mean, the other cables easy to plug instead of just no connectors and everything on wireless, because the wireless is not as fast. Wired connections are faster and safer than using a Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, unless they improve the safety of those. But usually wireless is going to be a lot safer and faster. I mean, if you look at, say, Indeed, I mean, you could actually look at the requirements for jobs. And the problem with a lot of jobs is that, I mean, you need to know a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Some jobs, and I'm not saying IT in particular, but some jobs they ask you to be have a master's degree. Let's say you want to be a data scientist, that's going to require most likely a PhD. So it does require a lot of things, for example, Java, Python, Ruby, PHP, Node.js, And but not only that, you need to know other stuff, database management, things like that. I mean, and the problem is like a front end and back end is not only one program that you need to learn; it's multiple programs. Especially front end is many things they need to learn. Let me see if I find something here. Here, front end. I mean, the IT jobs normally pay very well, but you need to know a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. I mean, from one job to the other is different requirements. I wish if you were just a front end, you would learn two, three, four things, but if they want it's different from the one company to the other. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's not always the same. So it's not easy to move from one job to the other because things change from one job to the other. They're gonna have different things, different work experiences. They may want you they may want you to know JavaScript, CSS, and jQuery, and the other stuff. But then some other company may ask you for something else. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you're really good at say you're a really good Java programmer for something, but they want Python, or you're really good in Python, but then now they want Java, or you're really good in whatever, but they are asking for something else. So not all the jobs are the same. It's like a world that is ever changing. You know what I'm saying? And then you learn something, and then there's a new version, new technologies. Even in AI, I mean, it's like it's hard to choose which one you want to use. I mean, it's different almost every day. Like I like Gemini myself. I like that one. I mean, I like Cursor, things like that. But I mean, you cannot have all those at the same time. I mean, if you overload, let's say, Oyama, and then you have GPT for all, and you cannot have all of them at once in your computer. I mean, that would make it slow, especially if you have things locally. It can make your computer, especially if you have an old computer, it can make it run slow because of so many things that you're installing, trying to learn. But I mean, you cannot have everything local. I mean, it's gonna make it computers long. Data scientists are very interesting type of work. Python is I recommend it very much because it's in demand in a lot of companies. C++, Java, and R. Actually, I'm familiar with all of those. But even knowing those, they're gonna want you to have maybe a security clearance, maybe a bachelor or a master's. I will travel. I mean, each company has different requirements. You know what I'm saying? It's not this one actually only requires a bachelor, but some other one may require a PhD. You know what I'm saying? So different things. They may want to have experience in different things. You know, it's not the same. Every different thing. Every company has a different requirement. You know. And it could take a long time to learn all of those skills. It takes a lot of work. Let's say you want to do machine learning, things like that. You have to get to know a lot of things, mathematics, statistics, a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I do like it, but not only that, and then you learn all of that, and then you apply for a job, and they are like many others in front of you applying also, and maybe with more skills than yours. So it's a difficult field to be in because of the requirements and because of the competition. A lot of people became interested in IT, information technology. So it's a lot of competition. So that's why a lot of people, some people actually give up. They get a job, they pay really well, and then all of a sudden they got laid off, and then they're having a hard time finding a job. So yes, I do understand what they're going through. I wish I could help, but there's not much I can do. So just maybe find some other solution. I mean, I was in the real estate field. It pays really well. My brother did really well. Still does in real estate. Doesn't require a lot of training. but it's kind of it has like a lot of ups and downs. It's not steady. You make a lot of money in one sale and maybe not make any money for months. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're not like him. He's like traveling back and forth. He's not steady with the job. So you need to do always have to be promoting your business, things like that, getting customers, things like that. So it does require dedication, you know, of hours, things like that. So that's another field that it could be good, it could be bad, depending on your attitude. If you're willing to do the job on weekends, things like that. Show properties on a Sunday or on a Saturday. You know, go places. One place could be far away, the other one nearby, but it's like traveling all over the place, showing properties, and then after you spend like a month or two trying to sell a property, then the person decides not to sell anymore, or you spend a lot of time with buyers and then they decide not to buy. It's very it could be very difficult to work that way. You know what I'm saying? It's not steady. I mean, there are other jobs, or you can actually move to some other country where you don't have to spend that much money and maybe work remotely. I think that's a good solution. Some people were actually resorting to YouTube and other social media to make money. Like this one, actually, I published this video and it got 33,000 views. He's a dancer, street dancer in Medellin. He did really a good, excellent job, and actually recorded, and he got but I couldn't monetize the video because he has the Michael Jackson's music in it. You know, I actually made another video with no sound, but that had very few views, and I made another one with a similar name, and I didn't get uh, many views. So it's kind of it's kind of sometimes the title, sometimes it's the luck, so things like that. So anyway, so I hope you like the video. I hope you do well in your job search if you're actually looking for work. I do software development myself, and I'm actually looking for people not to hire them, but actually to get together to do things. You know, I want to form a group of developers and actually come up with ideas. I do have inventions on my own, but I don't want to start some kind of a group and actually start something. So you're maybe a developer and you want to join me on what I want to do, please let me know. I mean, these are actually software that are demos. This one is also a demo, but like this one was invented. It took some time to develop. But then what happened is that that was when SMS was, you had to pay for SMS and you had to pay for communications. But nowadays you can communicate long distance through WhatsApp for free. You can call me from the United States through WhatsApp for free. And this software was developed to charge per minute, per minute talk or chats or do SMS on a per minute basis. So the person had to buy minutes. They have to buy minutes. So that software is no longer. I mean, it doesn't make a lot of sense nowadays because it's no longer needed. There are a lot of free communications over the phone, Skype, and all of those. So these are text editors. I'm kind of inclined into doing editors. I have actually made multiple editors really good. I intend to do patent. I do provide, as I said in the other video, other services such as real estate, promote artists, and all of that. But anyway, I don't want to make it longer. So thank you very much for watching. Have a good night.